The stakes with Sage keep rising with every new Valorant patch, and patch 1207 is no exception. Alpha Deadlock sent Brimstone this email saying, "Difficult truth. Commander, the longer we avoid the truth, the harder it gets. There may come a time when revival is no longer an option for us. So I'll ask the question that must be asked. How do we tell them? We've lived without fear of death for too long. We must become reacquainted. I'm ready for that acquaintance, but the others? I'm not so sure." Deadlock's concerned that Alpha Sage may get to a point where she can no longer revive, and they need to be ready for that possibility. Sage avoiding the severity of her condition and its toll on her won't help them be ready if or when that time comes. Deadlock's already risked life and limb before joining Valorant when revival wasn't an option, and now she's ready to risk it again. But what about the others? Clove aside, who all is actually ready to fight when death is a real threat that Sage can't help mitigate? Some of the agents who have joined Valorant are not natural military types who have accepted that fact before joining. Gecko initially was just a guy who wanted to save his pals from being experimented on by Kingdom. So it's going to be a lot harder for agents like him than for other agents with a military background like Teho and Sova. Which agents do you think will have a harder time with this possibility? Let me know in the comments. And to further this point about Sage being pushed to her limits, Alpha Cypher managed to intercept this communication from Omega Viper.
The pressure on Alpha Sage is unprecedented. Her crystallization is rapidly advancing. You've given her a taste of what she's put us through. But we won't stop, not until we put her down. Destroy their capacity to revive, and we destroy their capacity to resist, ending the Alpha threat. That is the goal, and you are doing it. Stay the course.
Omega Viper wants to push Alpha Sage until she breaks. When she can no longer revive, Alpha's ability to resist the attacks of Omega become that much more difficult, and that much more costly. Some of these recent talks about Sage have led people to believe that she'll end up getting a rework at the end of this lore arc, but what do you think? Part of me thinks Sage doesn't really need a full rework, but I only have like 2 hours played on her, so I don't think I'm the right person to ask. Plus, it seems there are so many hints that that could really be a possibility. However, I do think some visual updates to the way her revive looks in-game would be really cool since they've already updated her in-game model. Sage did get some new voice lines this patch.
Clove, your offer to forgo my healing is admirable, but I'm afraid I don't take chances. Please, stay safe. Their Sova wants justice. Let this be his trial. I forgive you, Sasha. All vision, no results. Face your demons, Teho. You did not deserve this, Kira. Mix, never let them silence you. Why must they look so alike? I'm sorry, Yoru. My quarrel was not with you. Mix, please tell me you have more of those pepper cookies left. They're the only thing keeping me from losing my mind right now. Remarkable performance, ISO. No notes. This is not your fight, Breach. Hey, Vito, your arm. I thought I saw... Forgive me. I think my late nights are catching up to me. Yours is a curse even I fear. Mind yourself and those explosives, Teo. I grow tired of mending shrapnel-ridden limbs. Mix, there's that look again.
No, it's just... Look, you don't always have to be strong for everyone. That's all.
I will not suffer Viper's vengeance any longer. We must put her to rest.
She is not going down without a fight. She's fed up with Omega Viper's vengeance and wants to do everything she can to help the team, but she still isn't accepting the help others are offering her. Clove's offered to forego healing so that Sage can preserve her strength, and Mix has told her that she doesn't always have to be strong for everyone, but it seems she's not really accepting those offers. Mix just wants her to lean on the strength of others too during this time. Isn't that something we all need to hear when we're going through hardships? Lastly, we got this voicemail from Mix.
People have filed complaints? You mean Vyse? Brim, come on, is she serious? It's like complaining that a dog barks. It's a dog. Now she wants a sound guy who makes no sound. Pobogo, I already wear my hoodie and my gloves. How else can I dampen the noise? Okay, here's what we'll do. Starting now, no more loud music in the personal quarters. Raze and whoever else can jam with me in another area. And that way Vyse can read her romance novels in peace. And everybody's happy. Good talk, Brim, good talk.
Looks like Vyse has been complaining about the noise and music Mix has been making. Apparently she can't enjoy her romance novels with all the ruckus those youngsters are making. Also, Mix and Raze dropping sick beats together would make an incredible player card. Just saying. And speaking of player cards, it looks like a few more got added in this patch, although I'm not exactly sure how they'll be obtained. However, they look so fun. Let me know all your thoughts and theories in the comments, and thanks for watching. God bless. Bye!